Bannon is doing this thing now, and this is an important thing to note when you look at Steve Bannon. He's doing this thing where he makes overtures towards issues that matter to the nationalist right, to the America First right. He's making overtures towards those issues. He'll talk about things like sanctuary cities, he'll talk about immigration, he'll talk about illegal immigration. But at the end of the day, what is his proposal? What does he want to do with those issues? He wants to go, like he says, to minority areas, to Hispanic areas, to campaign harder for Republicans. Steve, the Republican Party spent billions of dollars doing this already, and it failed. And this is a failed strategy. So trying to say, oh, it'll work this time because we're doing the economic nationalist thing, it's very optimistic to have this idea that economic nationalism is going to be what everyone rallies around. The Bannonites seem to have this idea that if we just get everybody in America excited about high tariffs and restricting high skill immigration and, mud GDP, then we'll all come together in one big happy beige family and forget about things like identity and race and everything, and we'll just all be economic nationalists. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon said in a new book that any racist element within the so-called alt-right will eventually dissipate, so much as he believes it even exists. Ooh. Yeah, those guys out there who talk about race, those guys out there who talk about things like race and IQ or race and crime, or American identity, or what it means to be an American. Steve Bannon says racists in the alt-right will be burned out over time. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon said in a new book that any racist element within the so-called alt-right movement will eventually dissipate, so much as he believes it even exists. So to begin to understand this, when he says racist, when they say racist, what do they mean when they say racist? What do people say when they say racist? Well, they don't mean the definition of racist. Because the definition of racist is, obviously someone who has prejudice or hates people of a different race. That's not what they're referring to when they say racist. What they're referring to when they say racist, when they criticize the right wing, the alternative right, the nationalist right, the America First right, and they criticize anybody on that wing of the party of being racist, what they mean is anyone who talks about race. A racist to these people is anybody who talks about race, okay? So when Bannon says that the racists in the movement will eventually dissipate, as much as he believes they even exist, what he's saying is that it will not be about race. It will be about race. It'll be about economic nationalism. It'll be about getting our beautiful beige multicultural country to celebrate low tariffs and the right tax policy and a hip new healthcare bill.